So let's continue with your number 23. Okay, number 23, the client is admitted to the CCU with a diagnosis of left-sided heart failure. When listening to the sounds, the nurse hears crackles bilaterally. And the nurse concludes that this is expected finding because the left ventricular failure leads to what? Is it A, increased coronary artery perfusion, pulmonary emboli, increased peripheral resistance, or pulmonary congestions? So, pag sinabi nating left-sided heart failure, di ba? Meron tayong dalawang klase ng ng heart failure. Either you have your left-sided heart failure or right-sided heart failure. Kapag nag-fail ang inyong right side, the blood will backflow through back your system. Kaya, mostly ang makikita ninyo is edema formation within your circulation or sa labas ng inyong katawan, edema, ascites, and the like. Pero kapag ang left ang nag-fail, bumabalik ang inyong pong blood coming from, saan galing nga po yung mga pinapasok sa left natin? Galing po sila sa F, your L, this is your lungs. Kaya kung babalik sila at magbabackflow, your sign and symptom should be related to pulmonary. But since nagbackflow ang fluid or nagbackflow ang blood, kailangan ang maririnig natin is mostly nasa congestion ng mga sign and symptoms. So not necessarily increase ang coronary artery perfusion. You will not be creating an emboli, but you will be creating congestion. So the answer in number 23 is letter D. Number 24, your client is wearing a continuous cardiac cardiac monitor, which begins to alarm at the nurse's station. The nurse sees wala kang nakitang ECG complexes sa cardiac monitor. The nurse would first, andyan na naman ang first or prioritization. Pag wala ka ba agad nakitang ECG complexes sa monitor, you will call for a code blue, call the physician, check the status and lead placement or press the recorder button on the ECG console. Laging tatandaan ha, you do first your independent nursing practice before telling your attending physician na wala ka ng pasyente o nawawala ang inyong tracing sa ECG. First thing that you need to do, remember again your nursing process, ang gagawin will be assessment. So how will you assess first your patient? Pag nag-call ka na ng code blue at nag-call ka ng physician, well, definitely, that is already a form of an intervention right away. You do first an assessment by checking. Mga word na assess, check your patient, check the placement, check the lead, or assess if your patient status is okay, check your breathing, airway. These are forms of assessment. So the best answer here would be letter C. Number 25. The client was diagnosed with rapid atrial fibrillation. Is going to perform carotid massage. The nurse responded, this procedure may stimulate what? Is it A, vagus nerve to slow the heart rate, vagus nerve to increase the heart rate, diaphragmatic nerve to slow the heart rate, or diaphragmatic nerve to increase the heart rate? What happens to your atrial fibrillation? Di ba pag atrial fibrillation, masyadong mabilis ang takbo ng puso, malakas ang inyong or mabilis ang inyong heart rate. That's why you do perform carotid massage. Kung hindi mo alam kung anong manifestation ng atrial fibrillation, you cannot answer this question. Kapag sinabi atrial fibrillation, mabilis ang takbo ng heart rate. So the goal will be pababain yan. Ang ginagawa natin is carotid massage. So pag nakarinig ka ng carotid massage, the goal is to slow down your heart rate. So anything na merong nakalagay na increase ang heart rate for carotid massage should be decline. I-decline na natin kasi hindi natin yan pipiliin. Ito, increase the heart rate? No. So hindi yan ang pipiliin. Another, increase the heart rate. Now, ang kailangan nyo na lang alamin is sino ang nagpapababa ng inyong heart rate. Is it your vagus nerve or your diaphragmatic? Di ba sabi natin, kung gusto nyo ng parasimpa, okay, ang gagawin is babagalan. Magpapabagal tayo ng metabolism, magpapabagal ng galaw ng takbo ng puso. So this is your vagal nerve. Okay, pampavagal. Okay? or simply as your vagus. Your diaphragmatic nerve is mostly nandyan yan sa breathing. Your vagus nerve is for your heart rate. So the answer will be, since hindi naman pwede ang B, answer will be letter A. Number 26. The nurse is collecting data on a clinical diagnosis of right-sided heart failure. The nurse would expect to know that which is specific characteristic of this condition. Sabi natin kanina, pag nasa right, ang ating manifestation will be systemic edema. Pero kapag meron tayong left-sided heart failure, which is affected is nasa left side of the heart, more of pulmonary side and symptoms. So, if you're looking for right-sided heart failure, specific natin sa condition na to, you look for something systemic circulation edema. Okay? So, this nga po ba? This is pulmonary in nature. Hacking cough, this is pulmonary. Dependent edema, systemic. And then crackles on the lungs is still pulmonary. So the answer in number 26 is C. Next one. 27. A client with angina complains that the anginal pain is prolonged and severe and occurs at the same time each day, most often in the morning. On further data collection, the nurse knows that the pain occurs in the absence of precipitating factor. This type of angina is the stable, variant, unstable, or non-anginal. Ano sabi natin sa stable angina? Ito ay nag-occur at activity. Ba? So, kung may activity, may pain. Kung wala activity, walang pain. Ang unstable angina, with or without activity, is nagkakaroon tayo ng pain and you cannot determine exactly when is the pain is occurring. So, pipili na lang kayo ng variant or non-angina. This type of anginal pain, nasabi po sa option, no, it is an anginal pain. So, do not answer your non-anginal pain. So, the answer will be letter B. They occur and severe and occur at the same time each day, often in the morning. 28. A nurse is assisting in monitoring the condition of a client after pericardiocentesis for cardiac tamponade. Which observation would indicate that the procedure was unsuccessful? Kanina, successful. Ito, unsuccessful. So you do know that your pericardiocentesis are being done for a patient with cardiac tamponade. O, sa cardiac tamponade, ano nang meron? You have your Beck's triad. So kapag you are looking for something that is unsuccessful, you look for signs and symptoms that is being manifested by your Beck's triad. Clear daw ang breath sounds. Is this a good sign? Yes, definitely it is. Client expression of relief? Yes, kasi nawala yung kanyang congestion. Clearly audible sounds? Yes, kasi kabaliktaran niya ng muffled sound, which is indicative of Beck's triad as well. Distant and muffled sound? True. Okay, this is another form of test-taking skill. You choose between two opposite. Clearly audible sounds, the other one is distant and muffled heart sounds. If you are looking for something unsuccessful, you look for something that is first. If you are looking for something effective, you do something of relief. So between your C and B, the answer is D. Okay? Number 29, your client is scheduled again for cardiac catheterization using your radio-opaque dye. The nurse checked which most critical item before the procedure. Is it you take your intake and output, height and weight, peripheral pulse rate, or allergy to iodine or shellfish? If you have to look at this four option, all of them are important. Pero ang pinaka-critical natin, anong pinaka-tinitingnan natin? Your cardiac catheterization, based from the situation is, magka-cardiac mag-use daw siya ng radio-opaque dye. Meaning to say, this is yung point or yung pinaka-stem ng question ninyo. Doon kayo mag-focus. So, this is already your context clue. O, kung yan ang pinaka in-indicate ng inyong question, magka-cardiac catheterization siya, pero gagamit siya ng radio-opaque dye, ang pinaka-critical in this four will be the assessment of your patient for iodine or shellfish allergy. Although you need your intake and output to check kung kaya po natin yan ma-eliminate with the use of your kidney function, Yung height and weight kasi calculation yan ng dose ng inyong contrast media. Checking your peripheral pulses, but mostly ginagawa yan, although it is also done during prior, but significant din yan po yan after procedure. So between the four, the best pa rin is titingnan nyo kung kaya magawa ang procedure kasi wala siyang allergy to radio opaque eye. 30. Your client is scheduled for your dipyridamole thallium scan, and the nurse would check to make sure that the client had not which of the following before the procedure. Ano ang ginagawa ng dipyridamole thallium scan? Yung gamot yung dipyridamole, it mimics vasodilation effect, di ba? Paano paano siya nagmimik ng vasodilation effect? Nag-i-increase siya ng activity para ang response ng inyong vessel to your increase of activity is magdadilate ang vessel para madagdagan ng maraming blood supply ang inyo pong area, specifically your heart. Now, if that is the case, meron siyang sympathomimetic effect. Which among of the following daw na pagkain ang kailangan pong hindi kainin ng patient mo so that it will not predispose your medication to have a double sympathomimetic effect? So you will not be giving any medication na pwede pong magpa-increase ng activity ng heart. Sino po sila? Caffeine, okay? Tea, mga any stimulants na mga medication or I mean food intake should be eliminated prior to the test. Ang fatty meal, excess sugar, and milk products doesn't increase activity of your heart. So yung caffeine muna po because these are considered to be a stimulant. So, avoid natin ang letter E. Next one, 31. Your client suffered from acute myocardial infarction and is receiving Atiplace. Sino po si Atiplace? Yung mga ACEs natin is a form of thrombolytics. Which of the following is the priority nursing intervention while caring for the client? Is it A, mag-monitor ng renal failure, B, monitor for psychosocial status, monitor for signs of bleeding, or have a heparin sodium available? If your patient receiving anticoagulants or thrombolytics, they are prone for bleeding tendencies. Why? They have the tendency to thin the blood. And once the blood is thin, prone po siyang bleed. So the best answer will be your letter C. Monitor. Okay? So this is another form of assessment. Have a heparin sodium available? No, because if your patient will be having bleeding tendencies secondary to the use of your thrombolytics or your streptokinase, ang ginagamit po natin dyan is your aminocaproic acid and not your heparin. Heparin is intended for if your patients are receiving heparin-sodium, magdo-double ka. Okay? So, hindi pa rin natin pwedeng gamitin ang heparin kasi mas magpo-prone yan na mag-bleed ang patient. 32. Your nurse has an order to administer dose of your nitroglycerin ointment. So, di ba yung nitroglycerin is a form of potent vasodilator. Marami tayong form of your nitroglycerin. Meron tayong patch, may sublingual, may IV, at meron din po tayong ointment. The nurse would avoid which of the following preparing the medication for administration? Is it letter A? Avoid mo bang mag-apply ng dose in an even layer? B. Washing off the previous application? Using the fingers to spread the ointment or using the manufacturer's applicator papers? Since this is an ointment, there's nothing that will be protecting your fingertips once you apply this one into the skin. So to prevent the medication to be transferred to the nurse integumentary, then kailangan pag nag-apply ng ointment, meron kang part of barrier or your PPE. So you have to wear with you your gloves. You never use your bare fingers para po mag-apply ng ointment. Mamaya, ikaw na yung nag-vasodilate. So, this is avoiding letter C, applying the ointment with the use of your fingers. Number 33. The main pacemaker of the heart that initiates each beat is what? AV node, SA node, or your SA node firing 60, or your SA node like at the junction for superior vena cava and right atrium. Diba, naalala niyo yung electrical conduction of the heart? Meron po kayong SA node that will fire around 60 to 100. Then, ililipat yun sa AV node that is capable of firing 40 to 60. Then, pupunta sa bundle of His and then Purkinje fiber. So, definitely, ang main pacemaker of the heart is not your AV node, but it is your SA node. So, eliminate mo na ang letter A. Tama ba na ang fina-fire ng SA node is 40 to 60? No, ang fina-fire niyan is around 60 to 100. So, tama ba si C? Kasi si SA node is nagpa-fire ng 60 to 100? Yes. But the location of your SA node sa lower aspect of your atrial septum is wrong. It is located in the junction of your superior vena cava and then your right atrium. So, the answer is D. Next one. Digoxin is the drug of choice for heart failure. Bakit na nga po? Sabi natin, ang digoxin natin is the capability to decrease your cardiac rate. Okay, your heart rate. Kaya nagiging negative chronotropic po siya. Ano nangyari nga sa heart failure natin? Ang puso nyo is mabilis ang kanyang takbo ng puso at mabilis din, pero mabagal ang kanyang or mahina ang kanyang cardiac contractility. So you need medication such as your cardiac glycosides to decrease the heart rate and produce negative chronotropic but increase your cardiac contractility, and that produces positive inotropic. So the answer will be where? This will be in your letter C. Okay? Negative chronotropic and positive inotropic. Okay, number 35. Ang reflection of your conduction system of the heart is seen in where? Echocardiogram, electrocardiogram, myocardial nuclear perfusion imaging, or cardiac catheterization. So, ang electrical conduction of the heart is seen with your ECG. Letter B, electrocardiogram. Echocardiogram is your 2D echo. Ultrasound of the heart lang po yan. Yung myocardial nuclear perfusion imaging, pinapakita dyan kung paano umiikot ang blood supply towards your area together with the internal structures. Yung cardiac catheterization naman, it's usually used to visualize the lumen of your coronary artery. 35. The reflection of the conduction system is seen, maulit na po siya, electrocardiogram. The feeling pressure is also known as what your, di ba, ang feeling natin, bago siya i-barrel, bago siya eject, di ba, nag-load muna tayo. Anong klaseng tawag doon? That is your preload. Oh, based from the ECG tracing using your 6-second strip method, what is the heart rate of your patient, 'di ba? Is this regular or irregular? So meron kayong P-wave, meron kayong QRST. So normal naman siyang nangyayari. So this is a regular rhythm. Kung regular rhythm 'yan, we make use of your 6-second strip by looking through your R waves. Ito mga R waves natin. Bilang ang R waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, meron kayong R waves. Ilan ang R waves natin? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 R waves times 10, and that is equivalent to 80. So, the answer in number 37 is letter C. Okay. As a nurse, in a single glance of your PQRST, you will expect your patient to have what? Okay. Ano meron tayo? You have your P wave, you have your Q, your S, RS, but there is an elevation of your ST wave. Saan kayo nakakakita ng ST elevation? If your patient is having what? MI. Pag meron kayong ST depression, anong meron sa inyo will be angina or ischemia. Pag nakakakita kayo ng U wave, okay, saan kayo nakakakita niyan? Hypokalemia. So in this case, since meron siyang ST elevation, this is myocardial infarction. Next, 39. Patients having regular rhythm of disease of decreased heart rate between 35 to 40 beats based on the patient history. Ang patient ninyo is not on medication, hindi rin siya athlete. As a nurse, we will stand by to give what? 'Di ba? Normal ang mga patient na mga athlete, condition athlete na magkaroon ng bradycardia. Basta sinus sila, wala silang nararamdaman. Or ang patient is taking medication that could slow down your heart, which are your beta blockers, 'di ba? Ano pa, your digoxin. Pero pag walang gamot, mag-ready ka na ng pampataas ng kanyang heart rate, and that is in a form of your atropine sulfate. Next one. A patient is known to have a pacemaker asynchronous type in place, and as a part of the teaching, the nurse is correct in giving education except naka-pacemaker, nakalagay lang, nakapatch lang ang inyong pong pacemaker sa inyong pectoral region. So if that is the case, except anong intervention or education ang ibibigay? You take the diary of your pulses, report dizziness and weakness and signs of infection, yes. Do you need to wear tight clothing? Diba sabi natin it should be loose. Avoid basketball, yes, because you do avoid contact sports. Wear medic alert bracelet, yes, kasi pag hindi na po gumana ang pacemaker, at least yung surrounding people are aware how to manage you once you have your attack. So the answer will be letter B. 41. Which among the cardiac markers will elevate within 3 hours and persist up to 7 to 10 days? Sino nga pang pinaka-sensitive natin? And the most specific cardiac marker during MI? Si myoglobin nyo po is a protein and but is not specific. Lahat po ng pwedeng may muscle injury can elevate your myoglobin. Ang troponin natin is considered to be specific, and this is a protein found in the heart. Ang CKMB is a form of an enzyme found po in your heart, but it will not elevate within 3 hours and be persistent up to 7 to 10 days. So the best answer here will be your troponin, letter B. The nurses are preparing for cardiac catheterization, in which of the following intervention needs for further instruction? Patient is being assessed for allergy of seafood or dye, yes. Instructing the patient that fluttery feeling is felt during the tube insertion and flushed warm feeling during dye, yes. Preparing a sandbag, yes, that is to promote and prevent bleeding. Instructing the patient that flexing the extremity. Do you need to flex your extremity after? No, it should be extended to prevent occlusion and to prevent as well with bleeding. So the answer is except letter B. 43. Which of the following is considered fibrinolytic? Heparin, warfarin, streptokinase, or icauparin? The answer will be letter C. Your warfarin and heparin are considered to be anticoagulant. Yung mga icauparin na yan is considered to be pampagulo lang. Okay? So next one. Yung patient has been receiving warfarin treatment as a treatment for your coronary artery disease. Which of the following is not a sign that the patient is experiencing toxicity? Gingival bleeding, yes. Ibig sabihin na sobrahan ng warfarin, nagbi-bleed na. Your INR is 6, that is still acceptable. Presence of ecchymosis, considered pa din yan na sign of bleeding. Prothrombin time is 22, within acceptable range pa yan, na therapeutic range. So this is letter B. The patient is suspected with endocarditis due to the presence of painful red lesion on the hands and feet. Anong tawag na nga natin sa ganitong sign and symptoms? Hindi yan splinter hemorrhages. Hindi din yan Janeway lesion, but your Osler's, no, letter C. Ang red spots na nyo nakikita sa mata, sa eyes, sa mga retinal. The patient is presented with difficulty breathing after following a rapid infusion of intravenous fluid. O sabi natin, di ba? If you would like to check on your CVP, the normal is 2 to 6. Anything beyond 6 is indicative of hypervolemia. Anything below 2 is considered for hypovolemia. Anong meron sa patient niyo? Nagkaroon ng rapid infusion. So, saan siya at risk? Sa hypervolemia. So, look anything beyond 6 and that will be A. CVP is 15. 47. Your patient is prescribed with DASH diet. Diba? This is your diet against to slow down hypertension. Tama? A low salt diet was encouraged. Which instruction made by the nurse is correct? Better use your table salt? No, we do not encourage your table salt. Canned goods? No, because these are being preserved with the use of high amount of sodium. Add seasoning? No seasoning. No additional seasoning. So all foods high in sodium should be avoided? Yes. So the answer will be letter B. 48. Which among the following is a potassium-sparing diuretic? Diba? Sino lang po dito? This is your amiloride. Your mannitol is a form of osmotic. Your bumetanide is considered of loop diuretic. While your diuryl Sino nga si hydrodiaryl natin? Diamox. I know, this is a considered diazize. Okay? Number 49, when the valves of the heart cannot open fully and the valves are having problems with, di ba, pag hindi siya fully opening, nagkakaroon tayo ng constricture, this is called as your stenosis. Ang regurgitation ninyo is the backflow of the blood. Okay, 50. The normal or complete the normal pathway of the blood through the heart vessels and chambers. So, oxygenated blood natin enters your right atrium via your inferior and superior vena cava and will be squeezed through what type of valve? Your tricuspid valve. To what? Papunta sa right ventricle. Okay. And the squeeze through what? Pulmonary artery. Tama? Pulmonic valve, sorry. Via your pulmonary artery. So the answer will be letter C. Okay, so that ends your rationalization. So I hope everyone passed your cardio post test and we will be recording it to your records. So thank you everyone. Just wait for your pharma rationals.